Hello, my beautiful beauties and my wonderful lovelies. A pleasant afternoon to you. You know, I was listening on someone's live just now and they made a very fundamental point. We need to admit that we have bad ways. We need to admit that we have some flaws that must be addressed. We're living in a bubble, we're living in a society where it's like we're on this utopia where we have arrived and all is just well. The scripture says God chastens those he loves, which already tells you that there are flaws in people that needs to be flaws in people that need to be addressed. It needs more than a band-aid. It probably needs some surgical procedure. Many of us, we have bad attitudes, we have flaws that needs to be improved. In fact, all of us. Maybe some may be worse than others because, we have allowed it to go down to the gutter. And what we do, we keep blaming it on, even when many years have passed. Let me say it that way. We keep blaming it on the effects of childhood, the abuse, the whatever it is that you would have experienced in horrific ways. And don't get me wrong, I'm very compassionate to people and what they have gone through. I am very, very compassionate. There is another time for that. But there is also, just like how in the book of Ecclesiastes, it says a time for this and a time for that, a time for whatever it may be. But sometimes it's a time for correction. It is time for us to correct our behavior. When somebody says, look, you have this attitude or you have this behavioral issue, we need to sit and listen and get improvement. If we have to seek counseling, seek assistance, pray, whatever it is, to get the help to become better. But we need to admit that we have bad behaviors, bad flaws, things that need to be addressed. We're not perfect. We are not. And as I said, some will be worse than others. And that has to do with whether you're immature versus mature, sorry. That's a predominant part of it. There are many people, if they were to tell you what they have gone through in life, you would cry non-stop. But yet they display good behavior, not consistently, and they accept the eucalyptus oil medicine in a spiritual sense or so for them to become better human beings. They admit their flaws. They say, look here. And if somebody comes to them and say, I see this and I don't appreciate this about you, you've done this to me or whatever, they said, you know what, I'm sorry. God help me to do better. Follow me on TikTok, guys. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this.